Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, April 29th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You can see right now a bit of a quiet overnight range here, 43% of average range heading into the RTH session. Inside day right now. You'll see late yesterday afternoon, actually this is 2 afternoons in a row, with strength to close the day. So not bad here for these markets, but again, overall still hanging out near lows, near support. You have major trading range here that has continued to develop, 4,400, 4,600, and now down here at the 4150s. Again, this key range is going to be very important. That's your key range low. If you fail here, I know there's been traps below it, but if the next time isn't a trap, we might be looking at downside expansion targets from that key range, and that could take us down here to 39.50, and the 100% is all the way down here at 36.91, which is just shy of the previous year's close of 36.52. So again, this market sitting right on support. A nice decent bounce here, but again, nothing world breaking, and we're still in a downtrending environment here. Again, perhaps a lower low failure might get things going up like this one here. Otherwise, a failure early next month could bring this thing down. So again, keeping an eye on the edge of this range right now. Inside day, and again, when you have an inside day, could be a fade the edges type of day with a short-term upward bias. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. Right now, the NQ is down about 1% right here. This one looks very similar to the ES in that it's hanging out near the lower edge of its range for the year. This is more of an expanding edge here as it's taking out the previous low. This upper edge again, very nice. Resistance across the highs. You have 14K right here, right in the middle of that range. And again, on this edge, if we can find rejection, there's a 14K bounce early next month that could be in play. Otherwise, a failure to kind of stay above this month's low here could open up a continuation to this level right there. That is the previous year's low price, 12,207s. Again, getting so close to that level after leaving the previous high untouched, took the previous close offered. Here is the previous year's midpoint, eventually dropping here. So we're very close to that level, and that level still may be ahead. On a medium-term basis, if we do get that zone, a rejection could offer an opportunity to bring it back up. So right now, inside day, narrow range, trading 53% of average. We could see some further back and forth trading range activity within those extremes. Yesterday, we had a nice little impulsive move. That is the key range to watch for the NQ. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. This one's up nearly 0.9%, and again, yesterday this one was trading and chopping around the previous month's close here, and here we are rallying a bit away from that level toward the 110. We're in a 110 to 94 type of range right now, and very narrow range for the month considering the range we had in March. And that could provide, again, some early edges to watch early next month. A push above 110 opens up some upside, perhaps to 116 for another test. Failure at the 110s opens up a return back toward the recent month's low. So this range right here is going to be very important early next month. Right now, any push toward 110 could be faded back into the range. Right now, narrow range, 49% of ADR heading into the RTH session. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's down pretty good right now, down 2.7% at the moment. This one has not been able to find much in the way of strength. You've seen a few rejections on these lows and a good few turnarounds, although you're not seeing much in the way of a continuation. Instead, you're seeing lower highs, you're seeing rejections at the highs. After this strong rejection and a drop to this range here with this failed high there, that could suggest a bit more downside here. And I know this market hasn't really been able to get below 38K, 37.5. But at some point here, if there's a failure to hold this zone, it could open up a quick drop, again, below 35K, which could bring out some some buy the dippers here. So again, if this thing does drop down here, we're in a narrow range here, which doesn't do a whole lot for us just yet. If this were to drop, we could see a rejection that brings us back up. But for right now, still chopping around 39K. We take a look at ETH. This one's also down here, 2.87% lower today. Again, the inability to really get going here off this 2800 level. Downtrending market heading into it. No real signs of significant rejection, although we've had a couple of good days here. But nothing in the way of these types of major rejections here just yet. So again, 2800, a key level here. If there is a failure to hold that level, perhaps we drop down toward that 25 zone we mentioned. 2500 could be another opportunity to pick it up cheaper, as prices below that level tend to go pretty quickly. So again, watching 2800 as the edge here today. Narrow multi-day range as this thing has been building energy for the next move. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Happy Friday, everyone. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.